Hello guys, it's me Kazuma Kuriyami, and don't mind the noise, it's probably the dogs from the neighbor's house. I want to go show you guys, this is a review for the Android player. It's called the M27 Android player, and I'll tell you guys what my honest thoughts about this, because it's actually okay-ish. I actually prefer the Powkiddy, to be honest with, and I'll be explaining in the video why I prefer the Powkiddy. Now, let's talk about the M27 first. Physically, this thing is 7 inches. How big is the screen of this thing? It's equal to a Nintendo Switch. This thing is actually equal to a Nintendo Switch, the actual size, and I'll show you guys the product. This thing is capable of numerous. Uh, this thing is capable of numerous emulators, and I will be discussing it. Okay, it has arcade classics. It's not touchscreen. Many people think it's touchscreen, but unfortunately, they didn't really add that. Uh, the Atari 2600, the Atari 5200, the Atari 7800, the Atari Lynx. Just showing you guys so you guys can see. Uh, let's see. CPS, Game Gear, Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, MAME, NES, Sega Genesis, etc. PSP. This even has a Nintendo 64 and Dreamcast. Now, this thing, it even lights up. Look, it even lights up. It looks really flashy. This gadget looks really flashy. I only got this. I got this in the mail. I got this in the mail just today. It's around 3,000 pesos. In terms of dollars, I don't really know, or I might consider if I have time. I'll tell you how much this is gonna cost. But I want to go talk about the product. What are my thoughts about this? Okay, because I want to go discuss with you guys what are my honest thoughts about this. At first glance, if you look at this thing is capable of PSP games, which is really impressive because the Powkiddy isn't capable of doing that. Even though I wanted the Powkiddy to be capable of PSP games, this thing can even run Nintendo 64 games, which is really good because uh, many of the stuff that the Powkiddy can't do, this thing can do. It can do uh, it can actually do the Nintendo 64, Dreamcast, which is really good. I have Soul Calibur here. It's one of my favorite games actually, and it even has a lot of PSP games. The PSP games, don't expect it to be too good. It can't handle any big ISOs. It can only handle the mini games, PSP mini games. So that's one of the deal breakers. Like that's one of the downsides. You could only play like really small PSP games, like mostly mini games, like or even ports. This thing has PlayStation One. This thing has PlayStation One capability. It has the emulator. Now, I'll be turning this thing off because you guys can see. I'm just showing you guys how it looks like. It comes with an HDMI. You guys can put this. Uh, it only has one Type C port. Now, the problem I have with this console, even though it's really good at first glance, this looks like the upgraded version of the Powkiddy. There's one thing I really don't like about it. I tried to input some games here. I tried to edit the games. I really did. I really tried all my best. I even had one of my uh, homeboys who were from the tech team because I work in, for you guys who don't know me that well, I work in a call center agency. I work in billing and sales. And I used to be working for the tech team. Since I work for the tech team, I know a lot about computers, video game consoles. You know how to open the shit. The problem with this is that I can't edit the games. It's pre-installed, and even worse is that I tried to remove the SD card. Look, I try to remove the SD card. I try to replace it with other SD cards, and you know what will pop out? If you try to pop it out, it's not going to work. It's just going to say that can't read. The moment I found out that, I was like, what? What the fuck? Now, I'm capable of coding, okay? I'm capable of coding. I know that shit. I know how to code. I know the basics of coding. If I don't know that, I have one of my friends from the tech team take a look at this. And the problem I have with this is that, you know something I realized? This is not actually a fucking console. This is a toy. A flashy looking toy. If you're thinking, Kazuma, what are you talking about? What do you mean it's a toy? Okay, do you know those things you get from your grandma, like the Harry Potter minigame, like so, it has pre-installed games. You're not allowed to edit it out. This is like the upgraded version for 2025. You can't edit the games. I tried. If you guys find a way to edit the games, tell me. Type it in the comment section. Contact me. I tried. It doesn't work. Okay? Then I checked the coding for this thing. The whole operating system of the goddamn fucking... This is not a console, this is a toy. Is within the SIM card. You can only use this SD card. Anything other than that, it's not gonna work. So the moment I found that out, like I was thinking, holy shit, this thing isn't as good as I thought it would. If I were to give this a rating, I would probably give this like around 6 or 7 out of 10. It's not that good. The Powkiddy, the reason why I've been glorifying the Powkiddy, even though a lot of YouTubers have been talking shit about the Powkiddy, is that the Powkiddy is a console. It's not a perfect console, but it is a console. If you're thinking, what is a console? A console is a gadget that can play games. It's like a CD player, it plays games. This is not a console, this is a toy. It just looks really flashy. So the moment I find that out, I was thinking, goddamn. Now, what are my other opinions about this? Well, this is still pretty impressive. It can still relieve your boredom. Like, if you're happy with the games that are installed here, I guess it's not that bad, because it still has a lot of impressive games, and you can still save some games. Believe it or not, I play Super Mario 64 here. I play NES. I play some. If you're really bored. Oh, one of the complaints I have with this as well is that the Type C port. You see this? Yeah, you guys see this? There's only one copy. Why? It's really annoying because I'm the kind of person that, if there's a way, I'll go for it. I tried to plug one of the, remember in my last video when I talked about the Powkiddy, then I placed different types of controllers to see its compatibility, because I wanted to see just how diverse this thing can be, or other consoles can be. Because it says when I bought this thing, it was advertised to be capable of handling 2-player games. That's a lie. This thing can't do. This thing's a lie. It can't do 2-player. It can only do 1-player. So even though you have like games here that are meant for 2 players, like for the PlayStation 1 games, or for the Dreamcast, it's sad because this thing can do Dreamcast, and it's actually pretty good. The gameplay of this, I'll just show you guys so you guys know what I'm talking about. The footage is fine. I have no problem with this, but it's not really the best console I've seen. I'm planning to get another, because I like reviewing consoles like that. No, this is not a console. This thing is a toy. I'll buy another console next time, a fake version of the Nintendo Switch, and I want to see just how impressive it is. Because depending on which console I get, I'm okay with getting the fake versions as long as it's really impressive. As long as the person or the company makes an effort to make it really good as a legitimate console, I'm all in for that. It's just really disappointing because I thought this thing would be the upgraded version of the Powkiddy. It looks like the upgraded version of Powkiddy. It even has these colors, and dude, it's even better at night. Just give me a sec. It connects to the TV, but I don't want to really show that because I'm not in the mood. I'll just give you guys an example. You could only play mini games for the PSP, which is very sad, because I wanted to play some cool anime games. I could make this thing flex. I could make this thing cool, but it won't allow me. It's not giving me access to do it. That's what I hate about this. If this thing allows me to edit the games, I fucking swear I'm gonna go glorify this along with the Powkiddy. The fact that I can't edit the games inside, that is the biggest deal breaker I have why I hate this. The footage is fine. The whole outer, it even comes with a screen protector, which is really good for the company because many Chinese bootleg whatever consoles, whenever they provide a freaking console or toy, it doesn't come with a screen protector. So these guys had the decency to give me the screen protector. It can only play mini games. So, oh yeah, here's another difference. I forgot to mention this. One cool thing about this is that the Powkiddy, it only has L1, L2. This thing has L1, right 2, sorry, L1, L1, right 1, then L2, right 2. Which is pretty cool because, you know, you need that for the PlayStation, uh, you need that for the PlayStation emulator. Because the problem with the Powkiddy is that the Powkiddy, the X70, remember that one? It has PlayStation 1 games, but the problem is you can't use the whole interface of the game because I know the cons. It only allows, it doesn't have L2 and R2, so you're gonna have a hard time. But if you have a controller, if you use the controller, you could actually configure the settings. So the moment I found that out, I was like, yeah, it's fine. I can forgive that sin. I could just do it with a fucking controller. This one's different. I can't do that. Many times when I put many ports, I use different kinds of Type C. Uh, I place a lot of Type C wires here because I really want to work this with a controller. It doesn't allow me. Some of it, most of the time, it just this thing recognizes it as a charger, and I said no, it's not supposed to be a charger. It's supposed to be a controller. The Powkiddy got the ports right because for the Powkiddy they put two separated ports, so that way every time you try to every time you try to place it, it's recognized as an actual controller. It's not recognized as a goddamn fucking charger. This thing doesn't do that. It doesn't recognize the controller. Every time I try to plug it in, it just recognizes as a goddamn fucking charger, which really bothers the shit out of me. Okay, I think I let out all of my small rants about this. My okay, how what's my rating for this? Like I said, 6 out of 10 or 7 out of 10. The display is good, but the biggest thing I don't like about this is the fact it doesn't give me access to edit the games. I really want consoles that I can work with because even if a console is like shit, like many YouTubers would talk shit about bootleg consoles. Since I'm from the tech team, before if I have extra money, if I could go to tech school so I could do computer science or engineering, whatever get my hands on, I might consider, you know, getting better, and I'll try to go work on this. But the thing is, I would have to open this thing up. This thing is really limited to certain games. It's not gonna let you do anything better. In terms of game wise, this thing has a lot more games, better access compared to the Powkiddy. This thing can light up, so I guess that's a good thing. The display is good. The design is really sleek. When my younger brother and I saw this, our first thought when we saw this, we called it, this thing's like ripping off the goddamn fucking Steam Deck, because it looks like a Steam Deck. It can't even play videos, dude. This is really sad. The Powkiddy can play videos. It can play music. You guys can watch hentai in the fucking Powkiddy. You guys can. Oh, dude, the Powkiddy is better than this. The Powkiddy, I give it a 10 out of 10 or 11 out of 10 because even though it has problems, you could try to fix those problems by buying extra parts that make it even more cool. Like you could use a goddamn GameCube controller. You could use a Nintendo 64 controller. It gives you a lot of access and range. This doesn't do that. It's just a toy that has cool, better games that are like, what's the point of having like Dreamcast emulator if I can only have 3 games in it? Like, dude, it sucks. I wanted to put a lot of cool stuff with this. If this thing allows me to modify it, I can make this flex, and I can actually give this a better review. But for the time being, it's only 6 out of 10. Would I recommend this to other people? If you have a kid who's like a 9-year-old or 10-year-old and is really bored, you could just give them to the kids so that way they can enjoy it because it's a toy. But for professional gamers out there, for who are into retro gaming like me, I wouldn't recommend this. I'm sorry, because it's not that good compared to the Powkiddy. I would recommend the Powkiddy. I know it looks like I'm like super glorifying, or you know, I'm glorifying the Powkiddy. I only like the Powkiddy because it has a lot of range. Okay, you can charge it, you can use it. The display is good. It's flashy. It looks like a Switch. The fact that you could play modified ROMs on it. It plays music. It plays videos. You could watch a movie in it. There's so many uses for it. This is only used for gaming. You can't even play this with a friend because it's only one. It's only meant for one player. The worst part is I can't even SD cards. Anyways, I think I rambled enough. I think you guys get the point. Okay. If you guys want this, if you guys want to go buy, this product, go for it. But I'm just telling you my honest opinions about it, 'cause it's not as good as I thought it was. Anyways, if you like this video, leave a like, leave a comment on what you guys think about this product, and I'll be seeing I'll be seeing you guys in future videos. I hope you guys enjoy this. Okay. Bye bye.